Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Kaufman. I'm a staff attorney at the ACLU. Today, I'm very pleased to present the Freedom of Information Act Award to 3 firms that have done extraordinary work to fulfill FOIA's promise of openness and transparency in government. As I was preparing my remarks for the day, I was recalling that as we've submitted FOIA requests over the past few years, we always cite to language from a memorandum that President Obama issued as one of his very first acts as president. In that memo, he instructed his executive agencies to adopt a presumption of disclosure, citing Justice Brandeis's famous observation that sunshine is the best disinfectant. But as the Snowden revelations have made all too clear this year, too often our government fails to live up to this promise. And so it falls on a few brave individuals to shed light on the government and to ensure the transparency that is so central to our system of democracy. Today's recipients have each answered this call. In conjunction with the ACLU, attorneys from Skadden Arps litigated a FOIA for records related to an immigration raid in Fullerton, California that involved widespread and flagrant constitutional violations. After years of litigation and a hard-fought summary judgment victory, the government was forced to turn over records that we were subsequently able to use to help stop the deportation of individuals who had been illegally arrested. In a separate suit, Latham and Watkins represented the ACLU, seeking the basis for certain representations made by the Solicitor General in the case DeMoore v. Kim that the Supreme Court subsequently relied on in upholding the government's draconian mandatory immigration regime. Their work led to the disclosure of a remarkable set of documents that call into question the accuracy of the government's representations and will prove critical as we continue to challenge the government's due process-free immigration detention system in cases like the ACLU's class action Rodriguez v. Hayes. And finally, just last week, attorneys from Davis, Wright, Tremaine won an important legal ruling that LA County must turn over billing records for the private law firms it hires to defend the Sheriff's Department in various cases of excessive force and other illegal behavior. These records will add another dimension to the shocking costs of the Sheriff's Department's appalling pattern and practice of abuse. And so as the ACLU moves forward, we're going to continue to file new FOIA requests, and we're going to continue to cite President Obama's promise of unprecedented transparency in government. And as the government continues to blow us off, we know we can rely on our good friends, these recipients, to stand with the ACLU and fight to uphold the law. So please join me in congratulating our award recipients, beginning with the attorneys from Davis, Wright, Tremaine.
Thank you, Michael. So I know we're short on time and we have a number of speakers and a lot of busy people here, so I'm going to really try to keep my remarks under about 45 minutes, and I hope that's okay and you stay for that. No, I only wanted to say that Jennifer and I and our colleague John Carlo, who couldn't be here today, we had the unique opportunity to work with the ACLU as our client and as our co-counsel. And together, as Michael mentioned, we obtained an important ruling that will enable the public to see exactly how the County of Los Angeles has been spending millions of dollars of taxpayer money to defend against allegations of excessive force in the county jails. This decision will prevent the county from hiding behind the attorney-client privilege as a means to conceal potentially wasteful spending and scorched earth litigation tactics in these and other important cases. We'd like to thank Peter Eliasberg, who is a tireless advocate for inmates' rights, who we've been working with on this case, and of course the ACLU for this recognition, and I would like to personally thank Jennifer Brockett for giving me the opportunity to be on this case. It's been quite a privilege to work on it, and it is also a privilege to stand up here with these other fine attorneys, and we thank you all and the ACLU for this award, so thank you.
And now we'll hear from Latham and Watkins.
I'd like to begin by expressing our deep, deep gratitude to Michael Kaufman and Ahilan for just all the support and for providing us an opportunity to handle such a meaningful and interesting matter. Beyond that, though, I mean, they've been just so generous with their time and their mentorship over the years and months, and they've always been there to have long phone calls with us and to exchange long emails and help us learn about these issues. They've been with us every single step of the way, and we couldn't have done any of this without their expertise and their amazing efforts. Beyond that, I'd just like to thank Akilan personally, just for being such a good mentor and friend to me all these years. It's been really meaningful to me, and it's meant a lot to me, and I'm very, very grateful. So I've been involved with the ACLU in a number of different capacities for about 5 years now, and I've been able to see firsthand just the sheer amount of good work that this organization does. So on behalf of our team, we want to say that it's been an extreme privilege to be able to work with attorneys of this caliber and to be able to just play a small role in the great, great mission of this organization. Latham and Watkins has been a proud and strong partner with the ACLU for many years now, and we know that's going to continue well into the future. Together, we'll always take a stand to protect our civil liberties and to protect our freedoms. So thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Skadden Arps.
So I've been instructed to keep this short, so I will. It was a privilege and, frankly, a lot of fun to work on this matter with the ACLU to ensure that ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, not only provided the ACLU with a fee waiver, which is a critically important aspect of the FOIA for watchdog groups like the ACLU, but also provided thousands of pages of documents that helps the ACLU fulfill its role as a watchdog, particularly with respect, in this case, to workplace enforcement, workplace immigration enforcement. So since my time is short, I just want to get straight to my thank yous. First and foremost, I want to thank my fellow awardee, Jane Klinger, who moved back to New York during the course of this case, but nonetheless fought tirelessly and put in long hours with a crazy schedule to help us win summary judgment in this case. I'd also like to thank my colleague, Jason Russell, who provided invaluable guidance through some quite unexpected twists and turns that this case took along the way. I'd also like to thank my law firm, Skadden, for being a fierce supporter of pro bono and for providing me and my colleagues with the opportunity to seek out and do the pro bono work that we find most meaningful. I'd like to thank my ACLU co-counsel, Michael Kaufman and Jenny Pascarella, who are truly the unsung heroes of this and all of their cases. Their passion for ensuring that our government does right by everyone in this country, regardless of their immigration status, is truly inspiring. It was a pleasure working with both of you, and I look forward to our next case together. And finally, I'd like to thank the ACLU of Southern California, not only for recognizing Jane and me, but also for providing me and my colleagues and all of us in this room who are in the legal profession with opportunities to do our part in ensuring civil liberties are preserved and protected in our great country. Thank you.